Hey folks, Bill here from Survival Lore. Today we're coming at you with another video. This is going to be the kids survival kit. Now this isn't like a survival kit for an indefinite stay where they can just stay and live off the land. Remember, these are children. We're talking, we'll say 7 to 14, 15, 16. Yes, the older they get, the more capable they're going to be, but this kit is generalized for someone around, like I said, 7 to probably 14 years old. There is an understanding that you need to teach your kids some skills, basic knife safety, how to find water, how to build a fire. So that those are all predicates that this kit's based on. This is an emergency kit. This isn't a long-term survival kit. This kit is designed to help your child if they get lost, separated from a pack when you're out hiking, that they could shelter in place, use the items in here to signal and do what they could with that to help them be rescued. So we'll get into it. Hopefully this suffices. I've had a couple questions over the last couple months about a kit for children and what I put in and my thoughts behind it. So without further ado, we'll get into it and I'll go through it for you. So always, this is my pack. My daughters usually use this one or similar when we go out. But this is my hunting season pack. It's an orange North Face Recon pack. A lot of pockets. It's not too big, not too small. It's perfect for carrying like a day kit in it. For my kids, it's perfect for putting enough stuff in here if they would get lost or separated for a night or two. So we'll bust into it. The first thing, we always want to go with bright, vibrant colors that aren't easily found in nature. So that's why we have the fluorescent orange. This thing, you see guys, this thing almost glows. It's so orange. Up here, we have two things. We have a storm whistle and we have a signal mirror. So we want a loud whistle. This kit is designed for them to attract people that are going to go looking for them. So that's what this is meant to do. So we have a storm whistle, one of the loudest whistles on the market. Size, weight really isn't a concern for me in this kit. It's more important to be effective than it is to trade off efficacy for grams. So we have a whistle and a signal mirror. Next up in this front pocket is a headlamp. They get lost. Having the ability to have light at night is going to be huge for a child. It's going to keep their morale up. They're not going to be afraid of the dark. So we have a headlamp and we also have a flashlight in here. So yes, it's overkill, it's redundancies, but these are children, so we want to make sure they're as comfortable as possible so they're not panicking and getting themselves worked up. So we do have a flashlight or a headlamp, and we have extra batteries in the pack. So always have extra batteries for whatever flashlight headlamp they have. So zip that up. So right on top, this is just a bag, has some snacks in it. Have snacks your kids like. So there's bear bars in here my children like. There are some, I forget, they're like fruit jerky. So we have just a variety in here so they have snacks if they get lost. Stop where they're at, have a snack, have a drink of water. That way they can calm themselves and get in the right state of mind, because if they're lost, last thing you want your child to do is panic. You want them to understand what's happening, understand that there are people out there looking for them, and that their best course of action is to shelter in place and stay where they're at. Let's see. So in here, first aid kit, bandages, cuts, scrapes. This is just a basic one. My daughter helped me put together. She wanted this, so that's what we went with. Let me see if we can turn around here a little better. So first aid kit. That's not going to be very comprehensive because these are children. Unless they have training, there's bandages in there, some antiseptics, cough drops, whatever it may be to help them out through the night. A tarp. Remember, if you're taking your kids out hiking, teach them basics. This tarp, we went with this one because it's lightweight for the pack, but it also has the guy lines on it. So it's easy for them to just take it out, tie it up, string it up between trees, and be able to get themselves out of weather if it's raining. So we have that. Next up, we have this. I had to move that stuff to get to this. So in my children's survival kits, I have this. This is something I put together over the last few months. This is a new addition. This is the Lore Survival Kit, Lore Survival for Kids. What to do when you're lost. It has a list of things here. Based on the stuff you've seen on my Instagram, the lure method, it's just telling them to stay calm. There are people looking for them. It's giving them tips what to do. So if they're lost, stop walking, sit down, take 3 big slow breaths, look and listen so you can hear people calling your name. Are you safe where you are? Near a rock, near a tree, find a good spot like that. And that follows the L, look and listen. O, orient yourself. Stay in one place. Don't try and find your way out. Pick a safe, dry spot. Sit and stay there. You're not in trouble. People are already looking for you. So that's O, the orient yourself. R, respond, don't react. Blow your whistle, 3 loud blasts, wait 30 seconds, then repeat. Wait and listen, and do that every 5 minutes. So I'm assuming most children wear a watch or have a phone with them now. That's just the world we live in. So we have that. Put your bright vest, which is included in the pack, or bandana on so people can see you. If someone sees you in a helicopter, wave your arms, blow your whistle, use your signal mirror. And that's for the R, respond, don't react. E, endure and execute. If you're cold, wrap up in your blanket or your poncho in here. If it's raining, use your shelter or rain cover. Eat a little stack. Take a sip of water if you have it. Read your book. It's there to help you stay in strong spirits. So, and that's important. Remember, you're doing great. Just stay there. Help is on the way. And that's what the front of this has on it. This is on a laminated piece of orange cardstock. On the back, we have some instructions, and you can see we also have shelters down here with basic descriptions. On the back, we have more instructions, how to build a lean-to fire, the TP fire, safe water, their night SOS beacon, fire starter, and hope and strength. I'll go over those with you real quick. So the lean-to fire has all the instructions to do that. Same with the TP fire. Safe water. Use 1 aqua tab per full bottle of water. Wait 30 seconds before, or 30 minutes before you drink. That makes the water safe. Night SOS beacon. I'm going to go over that when we get farther in the pack. If it's dark, set up your glow sticks or your light in a spot where rescuers can see. If you hear someone calling, blow your whistle and wave for your light. Fire starter. Use your pull start fire starter to start and light your fire. Follow the instructions on the package. Remember, keep your fire small and safe. Hope and strength. Every whistle you blow, every light you shine, every minute you stay calm, the rescuers are close. You are strong, you're loved, and you will be found. Guys, this is just a basic sheet to keep your kid in good spirits. Give them tips that are going to help them on some basic instructions that are going to make their life a little easier. Getting lost is a stressful event. I wanted this to be something that kind of removes that stress for them. Lets them know they're not in trouble because they got lost or got separated, that they need to stay calm, follow the basic instructions. Someone is looking for them, they will be found. So this, I'm not selling these. If you want one, I do have a PDF form I will send you for free. Just message me. You can get them laminated, printed at like Office Max and stuff. So these are available if you want one. Just email me, message me, and I'll get you the PDF for that. So next up, we have that beacon. These are Tektites. These are marine style beacons. So these replace flares. What you do, you twist that. It's hard to see because we're in the daylight, but that is a very bright SOS flash. You just turn it off and on. These run off a couple CR123s, and we have extra batteries in here. Using this at night, this will last 7 nights. So we have enough in here to where you can run this constantly each night. So this, to me, since I found these, is pretty much indispensable in a kit like this. These are so bright, we've tested them. You can see these on hillsides miles away. So I would recommend, if you have children out in the woods with you, make sure you have one of these in their kit. They can be a little expensive. You can find them cheaper. This one's made by Tektites. It's made in the US. I think it's like $79.99. I'll put it on my Amazon store so you guys can find it if you want it. No affiliation with them, but this one works. We've tested it night in, night out a couple of times. This is one I go with. It's not the most expensive, not the least expensive. It just works. So that night SOS beacon, that's what we go with. We have an orange hunting vest. Child gets lost, first thing they do, put their whistle on their neck, put this orange hunting vest on. That's going to make the child stand out in the woods. Pretty basic concept there. We also have a knife. My kids have been going out into the woods with me for years now. They know knife basic skills. They're starting to build traps and stuff. I have a yellow Mora 511, or yeah, more of 511 craft line. Went with this because of the guard. I wanted to have it as safe as possible, so have a basic knife in there if your children are at the age where they're using a knife. So with that, I also have a folding saw, just an orange Bucko Laplander, very basic, stout, sturdy saw in the orange, so it's easy found if it's dropped. Not going to spend too much time on stuff like that. We understand why that's in here. It's more going over the rest of the contents in here. So next, we have a water bottle. I didn't go with a stainless steel because I don't want to put them in the fire. I don't want them taking the opportunity that could burn them. So we have this with the aqua tabs in here. And we also have a life straw in here. So they can either use the aqua tabs or fill it up, drink with a life straw. So we got options, multiple options for water. Cordage. This is reflective blue and green utility cord, not necessarily 550. I wanted something that reflected at night, so we went with this. Blue is a color. It's one of those colors that isn't found very commonly in the backcountry, so that's why we went with that. Bug spray, self-explanatory. It's going to make their day easier. If they're not getting eaten by bugs, mosquitoes, it's just going to make them a little more comfortable in a bad situation. So, aqua tabs, life straw. We already went over that with the water bottle. Again, you just use a life straw, stick it down the water bottle. You can drink out there without having to worry about filtering. So, in here, I have one of these. This is an XL Tough Possum Survival Scarf. I like this in warmer weather because it can be used as an impromptu sleeping bag where you can stuff leaves in it. You can see it's fall right now. So you can stuff leaves in here when they want to lay down. And in the daytime, when it's not being used as a sleeping bag, you flip it inside out. And it is a huge signal panel. You just loop that up over a tree, a string, whatever it may be. Make sure they know you put it up higher they can. That way people can see it and find them. So the XL Tough Possum Survival Scarf, that's why we have that in here. Multi-use item. Okay. We have the SOL Heatsheet Bivy. Again, if it gets chilly at night, they can crawl in here. It's going to help them thermoregulate. Yes, it's not a blanket. It's not a traditional blanket. Keep your clothes on. Get in there so your skin is separate from the blanket. This will help you keep your body temperature up. So it's not perfect, but in a bad situation, it's going to be much more than nothing. We have a few glow sticks in here. These are 8-hour blue chem lights. We know what to do with chem lights. The instructions are there. Crack them at night. These guys going to be a great signal at night. If they get lost, you can hang them in a tree, whatever it may be. So chem lights in there. Here we just got some tent stakes for their tarp. I don't want them cutting anything they don't have to, so we just included 4 the heavy duty durable ABS orange tent stakes. Again, we tried to stick with as many bright colors as we could. I have an orange Nalgene that should be a couple of them, but my daughter's using them for school right now, so we just went with the blue one that I have laying around. Next up, fire kit. So we'll go through here pretty extensively. We got in this Altoids tin some various tinders. We got fat wood, fire plugs, and some roughed up bark. We have this, a pull start fire starter. This is going to be a quick, effective, simple way for them to get a fire going. The instructions are on the package, so we have that in there. We want to do what we can to provide them the easiest path to fire. Stormproof matches. These are the Yuko ones, the heavy duty ones. You guys have seen me talk about these before in other kits. In an orange container, I would go with these or the larger Zippo hurricane matches. So, additionally, we have a Bic lighter. A little easier to use. You don't have to roll your thumb on it. It's just a clicker with a little bit of stand away so they can light a fire. So, went with this one in here for those reasons. My children have learned how to use a ferro rod. So we have a small ferro rod in here. If they know how to use it, put it in there. It's going to be a great tool. And lastly, small metal pencil sharpener. Having that in there, letting them use dry twigs to make a pile of shavings is going to be much simpler than having them use a knife to carve a feather stick. So that's why that's in there. A couple more items in here. Said we have a flashlight. This is a Streamlight waterproof flashlight, very heavy duty. You can see it's been used a ton. We have that in here, and we have batteries. They're in the bottom of that front pouch. I'm not going to go through it. It's not that important. And then we have an emergency blanket. This is just a backup. One of those redundancies. It's bright orange. It can be used as a signal panel. A lot of uses, so that's why we have that in here. Don't know why I keep turning away from the camera, so. Let's see. And lastly, I said on the sheet, read your book. In this kit, I included the Cody Lundy 98.6, The Art of Keeping Your Ass Alive. I went with this for kids primarily because it's an easy read with really good instructions, and the illustrations are kind of fantastic for kids. It's not as boring. It's very fun as it can be for a survival book. A lot of good information in here, pictures. But so that's the book we put in here. For me, this is one of the top books for beginners and children, so that's why we have that in there. If they're in a bed, they find themselves lost, set up, start reading, it's going to be a double whammy. They're going to be able to stay calm while they're learning things that can help them in their situation. So let's see, I think we got a couple things left right in this pocket. Okay, and the last couple things in here, orange flagging tape. Once they find their spot, tie this off, just start tying it all around. You want to make they want to make themselves as visible as possible. So tying these in the trees, the bushes around them, that's why we have that. And lastly, this is another redundancy. Came with the Tech Tights signal strobe. This is just a marine signal panel. Hang it up. It's gonna do the same thing. It's a big waving flag in the middle of the woods. Rescuers are going to see that and just be another thing that can signal help coming to them. So that's the basis of the kit. It's not a long-term sustainment kit. This kit has one purpose, and that is to help your children stay warm, thermal regulate, stay calm, and be found. That's why I have the whistle, different ways of signaling, cover, water, fire. There is no navigation in here. We don't want your kids leaving. Wherever they get lost, the last place they were seen, that's where we want them to stop, hunker down, and set up their little camp there and wait for everybody to come find them, because people are coming. So that is the key with this kit. I don't want to go too long with this video because I want to make sure people watch it, and I don't want to go real long-winded. So if that's it, if you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comments. Again, if you want the PDF for this, message me. We'll chat. I'll get it to you, and you guys can print this out and put them in your kids' backpacks, whatever it may be. So thank you guys again. Thank you for your continued support. I hope this video wasn't too long for you guys, and I hope it helps someone out there. To all my subscribers who asked about this, here you go. I hope this helps. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.